We're just getting this thing.
I guess we now live.
I guess we are.
Ooh, all these devices.
It
Jesus.
is. You know how we do. We have stuff everywhere. That one not going to be on? The dark one?
No, I'm not going to put that one on. That's just going to be
Hello, everyone.
hold it thing.
What?
Hey, people.
Hey, y'all. I guess it's 8:30. It's time to turn up. Hey, everybody. It's live with T. Marie and Q. Welcome back to the show instead of it being the radio.
No. Actually, for you, welcome to
Oh.
Live with T. Marie and Q. Because ever since we've changed, you haven't been here.
Yeah, okay, well,
She been gone for a minute. Now she's back
I'm
with the jump
back.
off.
Really? Really? And that's because, we had to get the timing right. We have to get the days right.
I hate Live for every week.
You, what?
Oh, T. Marie wasn't here.
Yeah. You have to stand in for me, so that's all good. But we appreciate you guys rocking out with us. It's Live with T. Marie and Q.
Yes, the new.
So you'll catch us on Wednesdays, Q. Are we committed?
Yes, we're committed to Wednesdays.
Because Thursday I'm not available.
30 p.m.
Yes, and so we want to make sure that you guys go ahead and lock in your notifications because we will be here every Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30, depending on what else we got to do after 9:30. Sometimes maybe 9:45. Depending on what we got to do. But we appreciate you guys hanging in here with us, rocking with us, loving on us, showing us so much love and appreciation. And
absolutely,
we just greatly appreciate it. But Q, let's talk about this show today.
So today's show, this is actually going to be our last show before election 2020.
Right.
So tonight we have, last week you guys who tuned into our Instagram Live got the chance to see Anthony Dalton the second of BET's Sistas, or Tyler Perry's Sisters, whatever you want to call it. We had the opportunity to talk to him. So tonight we have actually one of his castmates, Brian Jordan Jr., who plays Maurice Webb on the show. They've entered their second season, so we're going to talk to him about his character and everything that he has going on. And I don't know if we should talk about voting because last week we talked about it, and Instagram did not post the video.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was told, not by Instagram, but a lot of friends who were having that issue. Hey, LaKenya. But a lot of friends who were having the issue were saying that because of elections, Instagram was not posting a lot of people's content that was related to voting. So
they don't know how to differentiate us between content. Like what's the deal with that?
I don't know. They don't want. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's stupid. And it was a good interview last week, and I was mad because it couldn't get posted.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. And it was a good interview because I did watch.
Yes, I saw you all up and through there. I just wish you were there with me.
Well, now I'm here.
You are. We are.
I am here.
Together.
Yep, and we're going to have great conversation, great topics, great guests. I don't know how I'm not going to talk about voting. That's going to be hard, but maybe we can still talk about some of the issues without just saying voting, which is crazy to me.
Issue number one.
Yeah.
Current administration.
Child. If that ain't a food, I don't know what is. Like, it's really not much more you can really say about the current administration. How defiant they are against when somebody's trying to advise them to do something that's helpful. It's ridiculous to me how righteous and self-righteous they want to be to say that we don't want people telling us what to do. I don't get that. I don't understand it, and it's really going to continue to get worse. This would not get better if we don't get the current administration out of office. As well as now we have this new justice that was just voted in the other day. Yeah. I don't know, but it's going to set a lot of precedents moving forward in the courts and some decisions that's made in the judicial system. And we need to be very, very diligent about being active.
Being a part of the
being
change.
Active and proactive as well. We don't need to sit around and watch and wait for things to happen. When we see things taking place, we need to create strategies in order to combat those things that don't work for us. And and I say this all the time, as a people, we're too reactive to things. We don't do a lot of stuff prior to, when we get the knowledge of what's going to happen, we don't set anything in place. We complain about it.
However, let's give credit to
who?
People.
All right,
the
people.
62, I believe, 62 million people that participated in the early vote. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the people that mailed in their ballots.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who did stand in lines. I was hearing that there were lines of 4 hours plus that people had to stand in. Whether the storms, literally, whether it was raining outside, or
and they did it.
The servers were acting up, or whatever it is. People did, and shout out to those people, because people realize how important this is. I think, like I said, the early vote, like 60-something million people voted this time, whereas last election, 2.6 was the number.
Wow.
So it increased. I think it was like 700%.
That's crazy.
So shout out to y'all who woke up and paid attention to what's going on in the world.
So shout out to 2020 for being the eye-opener. Again, it wasn't what we thought the vision was going to be, but it was the eye-opener that God needed it to be, for people to get up, wake up, become active, become aware, to become walking in their purpose, to develop themselves in business and in life and in purpose. And so it may have been a hard hit, it may have been very unexpected, but 2020 has given us exactly what we needed to have to develop character, to develop purpose, and to lay our foundations where we need to have vision. Yeah, so it wasn't the vision that we thought, all these dreams and stuff we had set place.
It was the vision that we needed.
It was the vision that we needed. We needed to see clearly. A lot of us were blind,
distracted,
to having stand. Yeah, we really were, but shout out to that. That's some good stuff right there. We love that.
I'm thankful, and I've said it before, our condolences to the 200,000 plus people that did lose their lives to COVID and, just couldn't handle what was going on throughout the year. But to the other people who had the opportunity to do something great and create amazing things, shout out to all of you guys. And I know two of us are those people who had the opportunity to create amazing things. Yeah. Shout out to you. You.
Thank you.
Yeah. You forgot that you created something amazing?
Yes, I have. I've created something amazing. I really cannot wait to introduce you to so many things. I don't want to start naming them, because people have been, where have you been? Have you been quiet? I've been working hard, for one, in my corporate life, but I have been developing and creating as well, and I think you guys will be excited to see some of the things that are going to come to pass. We can't wait to bring you the conversation. I can't wait to start opening that back up, and I also can't wait to bring you the merchandise that we have, the new book that's coming out in behind, No More Boyfriends. There's just such a bigger vision, and to welcome you into my new office, where I will be practicing dating coach and companionship coach. So I'm so excited about that, because if anybody who knows me knows how passionate I am about relationships, where it has absolutely nothing to do, I'm not going to say nothing to do with love, but more so to do with having the right person in your life to not complete you, but complement you.
Yes.
And so we forget that the relationships that we have with people, emotional relationships, friendships, those things affect our lives on a daily basis, our mental health. So it's important you have the right partner with you. And I'm very passionate about that, because it can contribute to your success or to your demise. So we need to really be on purpose about who we choose, and very intentional about the people we put in our lives as far as having relationships. So I'm excited to be able to do this for you guys.
You get with the right person and they'll help to push you to the stars and beyond.
Absolutely.
You get with the wrong person and you will allow them to drain every bit of creativity and energy and all of that good stuff you have. We all need somebody, whether it's relationship, whether it's friendships, whether it's, whatever it is, the people that you keep around you, make sure that they complement your energy. If this year has taught us anything, we deserve what we deserve. We don't have to take anything that we feel is less than what we deserve.
And when you say that, people think that it has a lot to do with what comes to you, but it also has a lot to do with what you entertain and who you choose to allow to be in your life. Anything that happens to you, or anybody that mistreats you, or any situation that you're in that you don't like, has more to do with you, and you control that more than that other person. You have to become accountable for yourself and to your life and for the things that are around you. So if you choose to entertain a person too long, you can't blame that person, especially when you see that person for who they are. And if you continue to watch with your, a balance of your heart and your mind, then you really will see a person for who they are. We use too much of our heart, too much emotion, and we've got to learn to set that shit to the side. Excuse my language, over there. It doesn't belong, especially when you meet somebody. That emotion belongs over there. That belongs to somebody who you have gained trust that you know will take care of your feelings, your heart, and all of that. So you don't give that away. That's something that should be tucked. When you start dating, you need to pack that shit, leave that at home.
Now, truth be told, and people honestly won't accept or admit it, but most of us see signs.
Of course we do.
We push those signs to the side because we don't want to be lonely, because we see the potential, but we don't see the truth in a lot of situations. And that's why, 4, 5, 10, 20 years down the line, you're like, damn, why did I stay in this situation?
Yeah,
because you allowed yourself to be blinded.
Right.
Because you allowed your emotions to overstep logic.
And there's a condition that you need to be in, and I don't have time to do all this because we're going to be waiting on our guests, and we'll talk about this. But there's a condition that you need to be in prior to dating. Again, that's something else I always talk about. You need to be solid first. If you're not solid and have the things that you need, you'll start looking for the things that you need in another person. Once you find the things that you need in another person, that person controls you. That means, because you'll keep that person around to keep fulfilling the need that you didn't fulfill yourself. And even when they're not doing and giving you what you need, how you want to feel and make you feel good about you, they do have something that you need. So you will keep them around to get that need. So whatever you need emotionally, whatever you need mentally, whatever you need financially, whatever you need in your career, whatever those needs are, you need to have those filled before you start to date. Because you'll start to attract somebody who can feel a need that you have and not necessarily a person that you're compatible with.
So, having a dating coach, relationship advocate, as you are, I've asked this question like when it comes to therapists. So, in some ways, of course, y'all are similar. So, do you think that before a single person enters into a relationship, they should seek counseling from a therapist or a dating coach?
Absolutely. You guys can go ahead and go to companionshipcoach.com. Wait a minute. Where is it? Don't Companionship Goals. If you go to companionshipgoals.com, you can go ahead and visit that website now. This is where you will be able to find my services and some of the things you will need to sign up for getting coaching. One of the things I do... it's been washed.
No, it's not like you ain't even wore it yet. I'm sorry.
I have. Okay, so if you do that, one of the things I will require if you become...
Is a deposit.
that, but I do require before we start hooking you up with people or making you compatible with people that you do a couple of sessions about self-aware and self-development yourself. Because until you're good... there's no sense, it makes no sense to bring anybody else into your space.
Right.
So the first couple of sessions are really about you and what your needs are. And if you're really prepared to enter into what you think you want. People think they want relationships all the time when really they just want somebody to be around. They're not built, they're not prepared. They're not prepared yet to be in a relationship, and they don't even know what a relationship is actually consist of. And the one thing you cannot be in a relationship is selfish. That relationship is not about you. As much as you want it to be, it's not about you. Your solid comes from you from the beginning. But when you get into a relationship, you have taken on the responsibility of the person that you're getting into a relationship with.
Right.
You have to make sure that you're able to, you first need to know what their love language is, and that you're able to love that person the way they need to be loved. Too many times we want to love people the way we need to be loved. And we think that's the way it is because that's good for us. You have to find out how a person that you're dating needs to be loved, and then find out, can you love that person in that manner? And that's real deal Holyfield. All you bitches hold on. But yeah, but that's just real stuff. And you just need to, these are questions and things you need to know. I know it seems like it's a lot, but okay, we've got to bring in, I guess.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay.
So, look, guys, we are going to get back into the topic of relationships in just a second. But right now, we're about to bring in our special guest, Brian Jordan Jr. And get ready.
Where Brian Jordan at?
I mean, you can still talk.
Okay, I'm just waiting for we're trying to get Brian on here. We're about to bring him on. Brian Jordan Jr. from Sistas. You know, I sung it like they sing it on the, what was it? Sistas.
Oh,
you stay
Miss Celia and them.
Sistas.
Hi, guys.
Brian, what's going on, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
I'm good. We're good. How
Hi,
are you?
Brian.
Hey, I love your hair.
Thank you, boo. I love it too.
It's so good.
Hey, Sean, don't do that.
So look, man, first of all, we know that you have a hard stop time because you have a show premiering tonight, a new episode premiering tonight.
Yes.
So, you know, Brian got stuff to do, y'all.
So, can't be here with us all day.
Right. So look.
I love y'all though.
Look, we love you too. And look, congratulations on this amazing role. Congratulations on season 2.
Yes.
Because, you know, most people ain't out here getting season 2. But
right.
You're getting a season 2. So congratulations on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, tell us about the show Sistas and about your character, Maurice.
Yeah, for sure. Sisters is a coming-of-age show about 4 millennial Black women in Atlanta, matriculating. They're single, they're not single, they go up and down, you know. And it's just a real great view of laughing, loving, healing pain. That's what I like to call it. It's a dramedy, and so you get all the feels, the happy, the sad, the cry, the die, the laughs, you know, the jokes, the shade. It's all there.
Right.
I play a character called Maurice Webb, and he is best friends and a co-worker to one of the sisters, Sabrina, played by Novi Brown. And Maurice is, I like to call him, because, you know, on a Tyler Perry show, it's going to be some high drama. Mm-hmm. Somebody going to get killed. Somebody going to get, you know, it's going to happen. So Maurice is kind of like the rainbow at the end of a storm to me when it comes to Sisters. So excited about playing him, and he says a lot. He does a lot. He's very funny. He's a gay, you know, Black man in Atlanta, and I'm so glad to be playing something that's so important in Atlanta to really establish the world. He's hilarious, and I think that you know, in the beginning with Maurice with season 1, I was only supposed to be in 7 episodes, but I ended up in 19 season 1. Nice. And then this season I'm in every episode.
Yeah. And that bank account, because I know that bank account reflected those 19 episodes.
Show enough did.
What it says about you is that you developed this character into something that was needed, wanted, and appreciated. So that speaks a lot about you and how you brought the character to life. So what played a part in that? Like, what made you be able to, like, you know, people need to know who this is and why this guy is important.
Yeah, I was so honored, and I don't mean to get deep, but I think that there's something to be said about a homosexual character that is a Black man that is not very thin or not very fit or not very, you know, on television, especially on an all-Black network. I think that was important. And so when I got the role, because I honestly, I'd read for another character and been like considered for another character. And when they gave, you know, me Maurice, and it was very quick, and it was something that was interesting to me because I didn't see myself in that light. Mm-hmm. And so when it came to portraying something that was so important, so needed, and so many people who hadn't felt seen on television before, I felt like it became a responsibility, right? You know, so long you work to, when you're an actor, you want to make money, you want to stop struggling. Mm-hmm. And it went from being like, I finally got my job, I got my break, to understanding what was important about the dexterity of the character, the substance, the text, the way that I work, the natural instincts, the ground of the character. Not to get all technical and deep, but I just wanted to make sure that I did a good job with it. And also, the LGBTQIA culture will wear you out if
First
you
of all,
don't do things right.
extra letters in
Oh
there?
No, they just plus sign. Plus,
Okay.
that's all the extra
Lord,
letters.
okay.
So,
And I don't think that's not all the. It's so many different. I don't even know what the word is. It's delicate, so you have to be careful with the words.
Right.
But the different genres of person inside of the community.
Wow, I didn't know.
It's crazy. So Maurice, from the episodes that I've had the opportunity to see, is definitely a little spicy. He's a great dresser. That's another thing that I noticed. And so I've also noticed that similarity between him and you. Like I've
Thank you,
Instagram, and like this man is a very snazzy dresser.
Put together.
So
Thank you.
Did you get any input when it came to the look of Maurice?
Get any input? I don't know if I got it, but I took it. What I will say is it's also important to me that men of a certain size look and feel just as great as anyone else. And I believe that there's so many opportunities for larger women, and they become more regular to have fashion options. And it's not the same for men. And so I'm an advocate for that. And I was, the first season we had two different costumes. Season 1, we had a costumer who was fantastic. Her name is Crystal Hazlett, who is now a series regular on the show, so she can't costume us anymore.
She graduated.
Shout out to Crystal.
Oh, okay.
So no, she's a producer. She was already a producer on the show, but she's now a series regular on the show. And so she and I really worked together. Season 1, season 2, I kind of was like, this is what we're gonna do. This is what looks good on me. You just have to, it's very, very important to be collaborative with those type of things, because when a new costumer is coming in, you have to let them know who the character, I built Maurice as a character, and I think that it's important to make sure that line continued on to season 2. So I've had a lot to say about costume. It's very important to me, style.
So how do you feel your character grows in presence in season 2?
Oh man, it is what happened to Maurice at the end of season 1 is something that was devastating to play, and also to watch for me. And what we see in season 2 is him coming out of it. He's still dealing with it. Episode 1 in season 2, we're still in the hospital, and but we get out of the hospital and we see him learn from that experience. We also get to go into his life. Like we go into Maurice's apartment now. We meet some of his friends.
Right.
We deal with some of his love life and some of his past things. So it gets really, really deep with him. And I just think that Maurice in the first season was great. Funny joke here and there. We see in the bank he's a joke, but I think that what's important to also show about gay people, gay black men in particular, when they are auxiliary to black women, is that they are also human. Because I think that in Hollywood, especially when it's non-black producers, gay black men are used as a joke, are used as inhumane. And so I really, really am so honored to be able to really delve into Maurice's life and to give the full 3-dimensional scope of his life, and just really, really dive into. He represents so many people.
What was your input on doing that? Did they allow you to come and talk and expand on that from that, or who actually saw that and was like, you know what, we need to expound more on his life and who he is and what he brings to the table?
Tyler Perry. There is no they. Tyler writes everything. He develops everything.
Okay.
Ain't no they.
Okay.
So I'm blessed that it ended up like that. And Tyler, I had not had any conversations with him. I think that he recognized what the audience wanted to see.
Okay.
And he did a wonderful job. I will say I can't wait till people see the full season. He did a wonderful job. And then, inside, after the scripts are written, Tyler and I work really, really hard to develop things and, make changes where we need to change them. He's really, really, he gives you some creative collaboration. And so he and I work really, really hard to make Maurice a fully realized, that's the word, fully realized human. That's what's important to see on Black television, because we don't get those opportunities. Fully realized human. So I'm excited about season 2, and Tyler and I worked a lot. But Tyler, he's the boss. He's the boss.
Okay.
So look, when
big dot.
When Maurice gets his spinoff, and you guys decide that you need
Speaking to that thing,
a best friend, you know, a little cousin, whatever.
I got you.
I mean,
I got you.
Well, I gotta find my part because you the best friend and brother. What I'm gonna be? The auntie who tell y'all like it really is and drink.
You know, everybody
Whatever
needs
it is.
like a
Oh,
very
I
type
am
auntie.
the
Everybody.
drinking
Whatever it
auntie.
is,
The real
let me tell y'all this. Whatever it is, I got y'all. Y'all are so entertaining.
Yeah.
And see, when I can get that cover on that magazine, we can really work.
Okay.
See, now hold on, Brian, because I was gonna get into that because I first became familiar with you during the interview with the quintessential gentleman.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yes,
we'll
indeed.
absolutely talk about that when Maurice gets his best friend in on the show. I mean, when I get the show, you get the cover.
What?
Deal?
That's
We gonna
crazy.
shake on it? No, we're gonna shake on it.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's something uneven because I can't control me getting a spinoff.
One side.
No, it doesn't even have to be the spinoff. You said you guys are developing his
Got it.
Look, 30 seconds is good for me.
Let's do. We're gonna let God decide.
No,
You know,
and Tyler.
You know what people
And Tyler.
We're gonna let God decide. God got this.
And Tyler.
Tyler. Okay.
Who's
Yeah.
probably the closest person I know to God. So.
And you know, I think they're close.
But it's okay though, but the conversation is here. People done heard it. I get the show.
And I'm the auntie that drinks a lot.
Let's go.
And y'all also heard that he gets the cover. So
let's go. Let's go.
I mean,
The possibilities are endless.
All have one. So look, before Sisters, there was so much more to you. There's the dancer, in which he actually put a little piece on his social media. I'm like, oh, okay.
Old. I'm so old. I was just having fun.
Did you say so old?
I am so old. I haven't danced in so long. I was having fun. I was in the gym and that song came on and I couldn't help it.
You had to.
Well, we're gonna be dancing more after November 3rd once this
election is
Yeah, we hope so. We sure hope so. I voted today.
What brought you to Atlanta? The dancer, the singer, the actor. Now you're, the star on this big network television show. Like, who was the Brian 10 years ago?
Oh man, 10 years ago, Brian was quitting football, and trying to learn how to be an actor and a singer. I didn't start until late in life. 10 years ago was what, 2010?
Yes.
2010, I did my first anything. I'd never done anything. So what brought me here is a lot of trying, a lot of failing, a lot of no's, and a lot of trying again. I went to school in Louisiana at Louisiana State University, and I left Louisiana State University to go to NYU's graduate school at the Tisch School of the Arts, and I studied acting there. And when I was finished there, I started to do Broadway workshops, and I was, did national tours and things like that. And then something happened where I thought I was going to be on Broadway as this star, and I got fired from my job. And when I got fired from the job, it really crushed me. I was like, I'm going to be a teacher. I'm done with this, which I did that about every week for the past 11 years. But I decided that I was going to, move to Atlanta and try film and television. And I moved to Atlanta, but I was only there for a year. And then I moved to LA. And now I'm back in Atlanta. And I've only been back. I moved to LA to book a job in Atlanta. And now I'm back.
Got it.
Yep.
Because that seems crazy.
It happens all the time.
How it's supposed to work out.
Yeah.
And it also happens all the time. A lot of people don't understand. Like, Atlanta is a very big film capital. Like, they film a lot of things here. But the filming has a lot to do with the tax credit that comes with the filming.
Right.
But they cast outside of Atlanta. It's a secondary market for actors.
Okay.
Well, it was, but I think that COVID may be making it a little bit different. Amen.
Amen, church.
So look, how has COVID affected you?
You took my question.
Well, you know what? Rewind. Ask it.
Well, how has COVID affected you, and how has it changed you, if in any way, for the better, for the worse, or indifferent?
I think so. I've actually sustained a very close loss to COVID. I lost my stepsister to COVID. And so I believe that I incurred a loss, but also I gained something better, an angel, one, and two, a very, very, very strong appreciation for life. And grateful. I mean, I'm so grateful to still be here. And I've also was able to work. We shot season 2 during COVID.
Right.
I was able to work. There's so many people unemployed. So COVID has taught me so much. There's been losses and gains, and but it's taught us so much about our country too.
Yeah.
Our leadership.
Yeah.
And I believe that it taught us that in a time where it was important to learn it as we vote. Y'all go ahead and vote.
Please.
For those of you who have not voted, make sure you guys
Did you early vote?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I voted today.
Okay.
He voted already. So look, we know that you have to run because it's your time now.
Yeah.
So look, real quick, tell us why people should follow you, and tell us why people should watch Sistas.
Follow me because I'm adorable, one, and two.
That's a good.
And two, because I just have a good time on my page, and I love fashion, and I think that it'll give you a scope of who Brian is outside of being Maurice. Watch Sistas because there is something for everybody on Sistas. It's great. It's high drama. It's funny. It's black. It's high drama, and it's black.
All those points, and it's black. Right. Good point. Very good.
So look, Brian, we absolutely appreciate you. We are proud of everything that you're accomplishing. We want you back when you have more than a little bit of time to spend with us.
Let's do it.
It's not going to be on a Wednesday, though. It can't be on a Wednesday.
We can't do Wednesday.
So we'll have to have something special on the side. Okay, we can do
That's
that.
right.
You will definitely do that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We appreciate you. We know you have a job to do. Go be great, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Good seeing y'all. Bye-bye.
That was awesome.
Can you pass me some water now? See, I am thirsty.
I'm all over it. Got a whole pit.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus.
So,
hey, guys.
Yeah, guys. So that was a great interview. Make sure you guys, after this, if you could.
That was, side note, that was the quickest interview we've ever done, but it was good.
That's how
it was great.
Supposed to lock it like that.
Boom, boom, boom. You know, I like to just let them keep going.
Right, too much. Okay, so, but if you are on our Facebook, and I know you can hear the interview and you could not see it, stay tuned. It'll be reposted. Yeah. And hopefully Q can get on our Facebook page, so we'd love for you to see it as well. Meet him, and also, not now because you're still here, go and watch Sistas that comes on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and I think it comes back on, throughout the night or something like that. If you guys have was it BET Now app or BET something
Plus
app?
X something. It's BET something. Extra. If you got that app, then you can watch it anyway. So you don't have to leave us now. We know we want the numbers, but afterwards, then you go watch it and support him and follow him. And tell me how you like the show.
Yeah, shout out to people who are doing great things, and the roles that they're getting, it's changing their lives, but it's changing other people's lives too. Because what he said, he's representing for the sicker. Nobody's really ever done that, and we're not made to look like a fool. I would say.
You're right.
Because the big gay guy always has to be
over the top and extra or whatever, but he just, we don't have a lot of people that represent who we really are on television. Actually, they misrepresent us a lot. So when we get the opportunity to have somebody represent us in a positive way, we should always support that. And we should always, go look at that and then share with other people.
Right. And shout out to the content creators that are out here. It is so many Black content creators now. This year has brought us so much of that. Mm-hmm. They're creating stories for us. We're telling our own stories. Right. That was something that really didn't happen.
Again, that we did not see any of this coming. And if the things hadn't happened the way they happened, a lot of these things would not have developed. We get the opportunity to tell our stories the way they need to be told. Yeah. How amazing is that? And because so much content is now available on social media, we've created so many different platforms for that. You can reach people from everywhere for them to see how we actually are, how we portray ourselves in real life. And that's such a great thing. So I know it was hard 2020, so But it's been great. It's just been, it's had its amazing point. So, you know, we just gotta be appreciative and grateful for that.
Absolutely.
Got to be.
And once again, shout out to everybody that is out here creating and supporting. That's another thing that I feel has been very big this year.
Support?
Like, it's so unfortunate that it's taken, you know, stuff like this to occur for us to be like, all right, we need to support our people just a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the point is, we've opened our eyes to what's really important. And people have been keeping that energy. So when it comes to me and a lot of the things I do, I am now more so trying to support our people.
Our people.
You know, and it's gotten to the point, I'm not going to lie, because I'm an entrepreneur too, and at one point money wasn't flowing in like it was, and everybody wants you to help them do this and help them do that. But then they're not understanding that what I'm doing is, you know, this helps to pay my bills.
Right.
So me doing this for free benefits me not one.
And we should stop asking our friends and stuff for their product and services for free.
Or stop asking for a discount.
Or a discount, like our friends, our family, our culture, our black people. We shouldn't walk into something just because we're black and think we should get a discount because we're black. Because that has
hookup.
Right. We need to stop doing that. We're not benefiting our people, and we're not really even benefiting ourselves, because now we start thinking, having the mindset of we should always have a hookup, or somebody should always help us, or somebody should always give us something, which stifles us from becoming self-sufficient, because we start getting the idea that somebody should give us things.
And how are we going to break generational curses and get to the place where we're building generational wealth if we're not investing into our own people?
Right.
You'll come and you'll ask for a discount from this or for that, but you'll go out to another brand that will not have their prices at all.
They're not,
and you'll pay full price.
And you won't even ask them to. You won't even ask them to. You'll just do it because you feel like that they're worth it. And I'm gonna tell you something about what that does. When you ask people for discount, you tell them, or you actually show them what you feel they're worth. You're not gonna discount me. I'm full price, baby. You gotta come 100%.
Do I look like clearance?
Right. Come on now. Do I look like clearance? Maybe on some days, but no, most of them. Yeah. Do I look like clearance? I got a couple of them y'all can really love. But we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop discounting our people. The more we do that, the more we see them as a Lord, and we start to treat them as such. So come on, let's uplift one another, help us grow as a community, help us grow as a family, because we are. And if you start looking at the people that you deal with more like family, well, depending on how you feel about your family, but more like family, then you'll start treating people with the same value you would want somebody to treat you. It's the mix. You would want somebody to treat you. So that's all I'm saying. Who watched, because we didn't, the Hip Hop Awards last night? Who watched it? Because I didn't. Q, did you?
I did not. What was I doing yesterday? I probably was watching Law and Order SVU.
Man,
oh my God!
After
21 seasons, I finally got it. I was missing one word for all of these years.
What?
In a criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies, that was it, are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. I've been watching that show for 21 seasons. You don't
put that on there, it doesn't count.
Are you caught up on the show?
Okay, let me rewind. I do not watch Special Victims Unit.
You watch Criminal Intent.
I love Criminal Intent and the original. Special Victims Unit is too much for me. They do stuff to kids and people, and it's too much. I can't internalize all of that stuff. I don't like it. It's just really harsh. So for me, that's not one that I watch. I love Criminal Intent because it deals a lot with mental, like people that are crazy. And I love to watch
because Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh my God, he's a fool. But I like to get into the mind and the mental workings of people, so I really like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I really like that. And then Law and Order, the original. I mean, it's just you know, I'm a detective. I'm gonna find out what's going on. I need to know, and I don't care how many times I watch it. I will watch it again and again and again. So I mean, I love it. So I'm like you. We'll have to catch up on the hip hop awards. I heard that. Well, just to kind of recap, maybe not. I did hear. I know everybody knows the artist Lil Baby. He was nominated for 12 awards, got none. And I like Lil Baby. He didn't win any.
Is that the? Nope, I don't know the baby. I don't know Lil Baby. I don't know Lil whoever. The last Lil person I knew was Wayne.
Oh.
Kim. Bow Wow. Romeo.
You getting worse. Yeah, there's some more little people that's prior to them, like Lil Baby, Lil Durk. It's another little person, but I know them because I have. But I know them because I have children. I listen to it every day, but I also have a 21-year-old daughter who, you know, listens to all that stuff too. But Lil Baby, who is very popular, very hot, he was nominated for 12 awards, didn't win any. Megan Thee Stallion won the Artist of the Year award, of course. And shout out to Megan for. It's another story, but shout out to her for taking the stand. I don't know if you guys saw her on Saturday Night Live. Taking the stand for women protecting women.
Black women matter.
Yeah, we really do.
It's protect black women. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
But it seems to be in the narrative that we are the least protected species of person on the planet, which I feel a lot because we feel neglected and turned away by a lot. And I know our men do too, but even our men turn them from us. Most times women don't necessarily turn from our black men, but our men turn from us. And I'm not going to get into all that because I don't mean all of y'all, and I don't want to get into all of that. But I wanted to say shout out to her because even in the midst of everything that she was going through, we as a culture wanted to make her the villain, want to villainize her for getting shot.
And she, you know what?
How do we do that?
And I don't want to go deep into this too, but I realize that no matter what, a black woman for the most part will always try to stand up for her man because even with all of that, she didn't give it to him like she could have. And
she did not, and she still has tried to. In the beginning, I know anyway. I don't know what came out lately. Tried to protect. She didn't really want to put it out there. So when he goes, and this is such a move right here. When he goes, if she didn't, if I did all that to her, why didn't she say something in the beginning? Why did she get back in the car with me? Because us as women are protectors, especially black women. Because even when you damage us, we still feel the need to protect you because anything we take care of, anything we nurture, even if it brings some damage to us, we still feel the need to cover it and protect it. That's what makes us strong. That's what makes us vigilant and why we can get through so much. So when you turn it around like, well, why she get back in the car? Because she was still trying to protect your stupid ass. But you turn it around like, but I don't want to get into all that. But shout out to her for getting the Artist of the Year award and all the people who won. I heard the performances were really good, so I may just go check it out just to see the performances.
Have you been catching Saturday Night Live?
I love it.
They've
Absolutely,
been
I do.
Jim Carrey.
Is he not Joe Biden to death?
Joe Biden.
Oh my goodness, he is Joe Biden to death.
Like,
it
I ain't gonna lie.
Funny.
When it came to Alec Baldwin playing Donald Trump,
right.
He was dead on with that. On it. But I feel like Carrie took it that one step further because we had never seen a Joe Biden really that anybody was playing. And then Maya Rudolph, she's the perfect Kamala.
I can't wait for them to win.
Perfect.
And she plays her so well.
She does. I didn't know really Kamala liked her martinis because that's what she makes Kamala sing.
Oh, well, you know, we would love a drink, honey. The cocktail for love it. I'm interested to see how they're going to develop this character when Joe wins. I mean, will Jim Carrey stay on there?
And we hadn't seen him on sketch comedy since In Living Color.
I know.
That was
he's so good.
Almost 30 years ago.
So good. He plays Joe so good.
He does.
He really does. So I'm excited to see how this develops because Saturday Night Live does a good job at staying very current with what's going on and developing. So I actually watched them every Saturday. I really like Saturday Night Live, and I have for a long time since Eddie Murphy was the what you call it
Gumby.
Gumby.
And you know what? Shout out to Saturday Night Live for this current season's like season 46, and shout out to Issa Rae because she was one of 13 black women who's hosted this show.
She was good
in 46 seasons.
She looked good.
She did.
Beautiful.
She was good. I pretty much enjoyed every episode. Did you see the Adele?
I did see Adele.
First of all, Adele looks good. Secondly, I didn't realize
she is snatched.
As an actress, she is funny.
Yeah.
She has personality.
And we didn't get that because I think about the songs and stuff that she came from.
Yeah.
So, maybe she developed that as she got into a relationship, because she's divorced now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's divorced now. It's amazing what divorce do to you. It snatch you up, honey. It make you get back on the game. And she looks amazing.
She does.
She looks amazing. So, yeah, she was really good.
And like I said, I had never seen her act before. So, if you guys get the opportunity to go see Saturday Night Live,
it's on demand.
Yeah.
NBC,
Hulu.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
On Hulu.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, there's multiple streaming apps that, first of all, why are there so many streaming apps? There's Hulu, there's Netflix, there's BET Plus, there's Peacock, which is now NBC's thing. Then, Brown Sugar was Bounce TVs. There's everything. Why is there so much?
Because people can take that on their phones. Everywhere you go, you have your phone. So you can't necessarily take that big ass 32-inch TV with you where you go. But you can always take your phone and tablet.
But I'm going to pay for all these multiple. What if I have many different interests and all of my different interests?
But what you need to, but if you get we have
get Hulu,
Apple.
then you just add everything.
Oh, but we have Apple TV, so we can see them all.
Even yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we pay for them all. I know we don't.
You must got a Fire Stick.
Well, I don't have Fire Stick. I have Apple. I don't even have cable on that particular. I have Apple TV. I have Apple TV on my TV downstairs.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I don't know what we do, but I just know we don't pay all that unless Mike McKenzie paying it. No, I ain't paying for it. But I'm just saying, but all of that stuff. And I don't know what to say about them taking Charlie Brown damn Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff and taking it off network TV, and now you can only see it on Apple TV.
Really?
So
that
for the first
time
in its I can't say fruition.
Inception.
And thank you, girl. Boo. Sorry, I'm not gonna text my friends. I'm sorry. But anyway, for the first time ever since it's been on TV, it will not be available on regular network TV.
Last in the 60s?
I don't know.
Somebody posted down.
When did Charlie Brown Thanksgiving come out? And so now the little black boy will not be sitting at the table on regular TV. He'll be sitting at the table on network. You ever see they say on the Thanksgiving?
I've never watched that show.
I think they say he has something. You never seen Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? What? Charlie Brown Thanksgiving was part of my. Well, I'm a little bit.
My favorite Thanksgiving show that came on TV was Martin. With the Thanksgiving episodes, Pass the Peas, like we used to do. They leave and bruh man eat on the food. Those are the type of shows that I could remember.
Well, people love that Charlie Brown, so it is not going to be available on network TV. That's crazy to me. If there's ever been a tradition that would be Charlie Brown and all its episodes, Halloween.
Right? Huh? The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
What about it?
That's a tradition as well.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't watch that. But yeah, I guess football.
Snoopy be sliding through Times Square.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Football
is tradition for me on Thanksgiving. I love football, and shout out to the NFL for trying to make it the best season ever. And then I don't know what to say about the Falcons. I will not talk about that right now. I won't. I just can't. That relationship is hard for me.
I guess we're going to change the subject. Shout out to Netflix for bringing back pretty much the WBCW lineup.
Really?
Girlfriends, Brandy.
Yeah.
Moesha, One-on-One, The Parkers.
Yep, and I've been watching those actually too.
A lot of those shows have been very, very good. Like I've been watching Girlfriends the last couple of days, and that's funny.
You forgot how good it was.
I did.
Everybody did, and actually forgot how relatable to our lives as Black women as it is still even now today. So,
and people been getting, like, when Moesha came out, and the people who were watching Moesha at the age of 8, 9, 10 years old who are now 35, almost 40 years old, they're looking at her now like, there was a lot of Twitter crap that they were giving Moesha because they felt like she was a spoiled, entitled little brat.
Really, that's what we're doing?
Yes, you know how people are. They ain't got shit to do.
Are we really making this a thing?
They have been, yes.
See, this is why I don't mess with Twitter like that, because that is so not a thing. It's TV for one, and a lot of y'all got kids that act just like that for two. That y'all cater to, or these kids wouldn't be the way that they are. So please keep your mouth off. Like, really, these kids are a full mess, and it's because we cater to their ass way too much, and we don't make them do the shit that they need to do. So if you're mad at Moesha, you need to look at your own kids and see what you're doing with them, okay? Y'all play too much with your little judgmental asses. That is crazy to me. That is ridiculous.
Judgmental
yeah, that's ridiculous to me. People need to find other stuff to talk about.
And speaking of which, next week, we're gonna come to you guys the day after the world votes for its next 4 years.
Q, I want to go back to something 4 years ago when we were on another network and we came on the day after the election. Was on a Wednesday because our show was on a Wednesday then, and we was in there in all black. It was
a sad day.
It was the most unrealistic thing I had to deal with in life. I'll never forget how I felt that day, that night, and hoping I would wake up to something different.
And it was raining that day too.
My stomach was hurting.
It was gloomy outside. The show, I felt like we was playing funeral music.
Well, because we did, we played taps when it first came on, because it was horrible.
It was.
But not even even then did I ever think that it would end up like this.
Nope.
I thought he'd do a terrible job. I didn't expect him to do a good job. I thought he would look crazy trying to make things happen. I did. I just didn't think he would be competent at all. But never in life did I think it would look this way, that our country would look like this, that we would be so in turmoil. Like, never did I ever. And to see him not even stand up for, the rights that we need him to stand up for, and then to see you silly ass black people still support him when he ain't nowhere trying to support you. Y'all fall into this economic whatever he's talking about and think that are y'all crazy? If y'all ever pay attention, money has always tricked y'all. As black people, us. It has always manipulated us into doing other stuff. The promise of money, the promise of having something, the promise of somebody giving us something has always manipulated us into doing things that weren't best for us. And here you go again with this black economic stimulus, blah, 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 blah.
Now,
He's not going to do that.
I don't want to get too deep into politics until after the election.
Okay.
I don't want Instagram to post our video, which is an unfortunate thing. So, with that being said, we appreciate you guys. We love y'all. We will get with you next week when our special guest is supposed to be Tiffany Hightower. She is the executive director of the Chicago Black Legislative Caucus.
It's going to be a great conversation.
So, it's going to be a great conversation. Guys, do what you got to do. Get out there and vote if you haven't. If your friend need a ride, maybe give them a little gas and a little Uber money or something like that, or take them to the polls. But this year, there should be no reason for any of us not to vote.
And my friend got a van. I'm gonna ask him, can I use it and pick up people and take them in groups at a time? I'm gonna take off half a day.
Everybody gotta wear their mask though.
Yeah.
So.
And I got hand sanitizer and all that before you get up in there, because ain't nobody got time.
Spray you down.
I'm gonna spray you down.
But we love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Follow us.
We'll see you later.
Follow us though.
Yeah, they can. Make sure you guys follow us.
Follow us.